guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So, my birthday present arrived today at Music City in North Bay, so I went and got it. And, liking it. It's pretty cool. This is the Affinty Squire Fender Telecaster. So, there you go. Lots of names for you. Telecaster, how about we stick with that? Butterscotch blonde, maple on maple neck, really sweet. No finish on the neck either, which is nice. So it makes for a very nice fast neck. You know, your typical three-way switch, you know, two single coils. One's your lipstick pickup, which is kind of a really weird sounding single coil. It's kind of neat and unique. 6 saddles, of course, instead of 3. You'll get the 3 saddle setup in the Squire, regular Squire series vibe, you know, and you'd get that probably as well on the American or even the Mexicans, I guess. But on this series, you know, this is the Affinities. You get 6 individual saddles, which is fine. And no whammy bar because it is a Telecaster. Anyway, the frets are nice. They're like a kind of a medium type jumbo-y fret. So they're going to last for quite a while. I did actually get this strap from my son for Christmas present. It's one of these quick release DiMarzios, I guess they call them, or whatever. But anyway, it's neat, so I installed it, and, you know, not a bad strap. But anyway, we're talking about the guitar today. So, I set up a few different tones, programmed them into the amp, because this thing really isn't like a hard rock type guitar. It's more for like blues, country, bluegrass, that kind of twangy stuff and whatnot, you know. It's not meant as a, you know, hard rock, heavy metal type of guitar. I know I've been trying with different tones on the amp that work great with my other guitars. Won't do it with this one. I'll give you a little bit of demo of those. But the first tone I've got on here is a clean amp with chorus already added in. I thought about it, I'm like, well, I'm always turning the chorus on anyways in church when I'm playing. Why not, instead of having to worry about turning it on, have it on all the time anyways. So I've got that amp now set up for that. So we'll just play a little bit here. Just on a bridge pickup right now. Bridge and neck. Mellows out really nice. And just the neck. So let's go to a straight clean only amp with no effects. And the 2. And of course the neck. Now this one here I've done up for doing a little bit of blues stuff with. Go right to the neck. And the middle. next one down. Last one. So I'm going to show you a couple of the other tones here. This is kind of a raunchy tone that kind of really doesn't sound that great. Dirty and okay, guys, so that's all I'm going to give you on that one. It does a really nice job if you set things up right. The one problem with modeling amps, it seems, that I'm finding, it's when you're working with one that you can program anyway, it's very difficult to kind of tweak it so that it works with all your guitars. You know, so working with my Strat is easy. It's triple humbucker now. My Cortex, it's a humbucker. No big deal, you know. When you're getting into a Tele, it's a whole unique, different guitar altogether. So I really don't see the Tele being something... it's good for jazz. It's good for probably some really light rock. Of course, your blues, your bluegrass. It'd be suitable for a lot of blues music, actually. Stuff like that, you know, and doing some really clean stuff with just a little bit of twang too, and of course your country music, right? Definitely an all-around guitar for that, very good. Setting up the model amps is a little bit challenging because Fender only gave us X amount of effects and pedals that we can manipulate with, right? And so if you want to have better manipulation, you basically have to build a clean amp in the program, so it's clean, 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 save it that way, and then use your own effects pedals on the outside. Then you'd probably do a lot better. But the other thing is I find too with the Fender amps, at least a lot of them that I've played around on, including the one I own, it's not a really bassy amp. You can turn that bass full blast and you're still not getting a lot of bass. But there is a modification I can make that would give me a little bit more bass, and that's by opening the back up about, you know, a few inches to allow the airflow to come out, allows the speaker to move, because right now it's really super tight, which is great for a lot of different types of music, but with this guitar it's going to be limited to just playing clean channel and a few others that I built up, and that's going to be it. So and that's leaving the back closed. If I open it, I'll probably get a little bit more out of it. But I'm thinking I might just get another amp anyways. I'm looking at PV amps. I'm looking at actually a couple Marshalls, believe it or not, because Marshalls have a lot of bass to throw around, which is kind of nice. Anyways, guys, the guitar itself, I paid $300 tax in for this thing, and I've already got roller trees coming in for it because it's better for the tuning and keeping it in tune. But this thing stays in tune really well as it is, so I'm quite happy with that. You know, no issues so far. I've been playing the daylights out of this thing since I got it home, so I've had quite a few hours already just, you know, banging around on the strings and, you know, dialing things in a little bit. I actually loosened off the truss rod a little bit because I found the action, well, it's actually still extremely low, which is good. But I wanted to just lift it up just a little bit, you know. But, and it didn't affect the intonation because it was a very small movement, so that's good. So that's all that had to be set up on it, which is like awesome. That's a bonus. I'm really liking the tonal difference between this guitar and, you know, say my Strat, because even the Strat with its own pickups, I didn't like the sound of them anyways, and they're too low in volume for me. So I thought, well, I could replace them with, you know, better quality. So I am going to actually buy another Strat, same thing, probably a different color, hopefully, and then just put like Alnico 5s or DiMarzios or something in it that are all single coiled, because I'd really like to have a nice sounding Strat. And you don't have to buy a $600 or $1,000 or $2,000 Stratocaster, you know, to get that really awesome sound. You know, buy a $300 Stratocaster, Canadian dollars that is, by the way. That's what they cost us here, that's tax in. And just throw a good set of pups in it, and away you go, you know. And you've got the equivalent sound to your $2,000 or $3,000 Strat, you know. So you really don't need to go out and buy that $2,000 or $3,000 Strat. Unless you want to, hey, it's up to you. But these guitars have nice necks, nice frets, you know, great action on them right out of the box. You know, so the Affinity series has come an awfully long way over the years, which is something a lot of people really haven't clued in on yet, but they're slowly starting to. I remember the Affinities used to be total junk at one time, and it's like, oh, stay away from them, you know, like, oh my God, I've had a few of them, and, you know, but then things changed. Better machine heads, better quality in the woods, you know. This still has quite a bit of weight to it for even a $300 guitar. You know, my Strat's the same way. And this is an alder body, you know. I don't know, I really like the guitar. I'm glad for my purchase. I'm going to enjoy the kinds of music I bought it for, specific music, because that's what it's meant for, and I'm going to enjoy that. My overall rating, I'd have to say on this thing, well, you know, I know what I bought it for, and I know what I expected for sound, so I can't pick on that. I'll put this thing at a 4.5 out of 5, and I would recommend it, whether you're a beginner player or even an intermediate player. And I've even listened to a couple of guys on channels that are, you know, a lot more professional in the world of music, and they've tested these out and said, you know, hey, I'd be gigging with this thing. It's, you know, solid enough for it, and, you know, type of thing. And, you know, now whether or not the person was BSing or not, who knows? But you know what, honestly, gigging is gigging. Whether you're playing in your church or in a bar or up on stage in front of hundreds and thousands of people, okay, you're playing in a professional situation. You can still do it, even with a $300 guitar like this, you know. And I've known guys too, they've replaced both pickups with the exact same look, but a much higher quality pickup, okay? Much, you know, and even much cleaner pickups too. So, you know, you can still keep the exact same original look, just really high end for pickups, and, you know, get an even better sound too, right? But, yeah, I like it, and I give it the thumbs up for sure. You know, just as a side note, I'm not going to do a separate review on this Strat, but if you're looking for a quick release Strat, this DiMarzio thing is actually kind of cool. You know, you just unclip it and drop it and away you go. It's solid bolted. It's got all different hardware. So check that out, you know, at your local music store or online. So far I think it's kind of neat. But anyways, that's it. That's all. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and we'll catch you on the next one.